So what did Tom have to say?
He's found a flat with a garden and Sibby's happy at her school.
Speaking in an American accent.
Would that be so awful? Poor Tom. If he was a fish out of water here, what is he in Boston?
A fish back in water, I should have thought. There's a tremendous Irish community there. If you ask me, he's landed on his feet.
How is the search going for his replacement?
We've hardly started, really.
We haven't started at all. We don't need a replacement.
Why not?
Because I'm his replacement. I'm going to be the new agent.
You're what?
We've worked together since he came back from Dublin. Why shouldn't I?
Quite right.
What about the heavy lifting?
Granny, I think I can lift quite as much as sad old Mr. Jarvis before Matthew chased him away.
Brains count for more than muscles.
Long live women's rights and all that, but it's not a good idea to take on a job that wears you out.
I'm doing it now, aren't I?
Yes, but you'll be dead by the year's end if there's no let-up.
I suppose we only know what we're capable of when we test our limits.
And we certainly know what you're capable of.
What is that supposed to mean?
Isobel, what's Granny done wrong?
We're going to have a fight about the running of the hospital, and she began it by concealing the facts.
Oh, dear.
It seems to me we should
Cora,
consider...
don't waste your time on it. It's a matter between me and Cousin Isobel.
We can't have the President in a tug-of-war against the almoner.
We can, if it's needed.
With poor old Clarkson as the rope.
Are you plotting something?
You sound like a governess in fear of dismissal.
You sound like a guilty party who's trying to throw me off the scent.
There is something on your mind, Robert. You seem a bit troubled lately.
Do I? Well, maybe I am. To be honest, I'm starting to ask myself how much longer we can go on with it all.
We'll go on with what?
The household, the servants.
You're not in difficulties, are you?
No, but a butler, under-butler, footman, a valet, ladies' maids, to say nothing of the housemaids, the kitchen, the laundry, the gardens.
Yes, well, you think it's a bit too much in 1925?
The wage bill is 3 times what it was before the war. Soon it will be worse. And anyway, who lives as we used to now?
I don't think you'll see much change at the palace.
The royal family, then, the dukes, some others, and good luck to them. But most people are cutting down.
It seems hard that men and women should lose their livelihoods because it's gone out of fashion.
But what if they could find work?
Well, how many do you see going?
I don't know, but some.
Oh, sure.
Oh, good. You're here. I just took a chance. I thought you might be at the auction with the others.
I don't like auctions, especially when I knew the house in the old days. I hate to see people's things piled up in a heap, like so much rubbish.
Well, you and I differ when it comes to the importance of things.
Does it ever get cold on the moral high ground?
I wanted to come because I don't want us to fall out over the hospital. I need to be sure that we can disagree without there being any bad feeling between us.
Well, it depends who wins.
Surely not.
Which means you are confident of victory. Well, we shall see. Shall I ring for some tea? It's rather early, but I think we deserve it. I remember Mallerton in the 1860s. Dear old Lady Darnley always liked to stuff the place with royalty. She was addicted to curtsying. How we laughed. It's sad to think about it. Ah, Spratt, could we have some tea?
Your Ladyship.
It seemed a little chilly, my lady, so I've brought you a shawl.
Oh, you are a wonder, Denker. Thank you. I shall miss you.
Lady?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, forget I said that. After all, nothing is settled.
What's not settled?
I don't understand. I thought you told Spratt about the staff being cut back here and at the Abbey.
Well, I may have mentioned it.
Oh, well, as I said, nothing's decided.
But your ladyship couldn't manage without a maid.
Mrs. Crawley does, don't you?
Indeed I do. But I don't wish to upset poor Denker.
But Mrs. Crawley also manages without a butler, my lady.
That is true, but I don't think I could break with tradition to quite that degree. Shall we have some tea?
Your Ladyship. Miss Duncan?
You don't really mean to manage without a lady's maid, do you?
Certainly not.
Then why did you...
Sometimes it's good to rule by fear.